failing to refinance over $1 billion in debts. Its customers included retailers like Walmart and Home Depot.
A trucking company nearly a century old has shut down, ceasing operations, leaving nearly 30,000 employees out of work this morning. Thanks for being here. I'm Julian Glover.
And I'm Kristen Z. Yellow Corp has a presence in the Bay Area. A trucking company that delivered to some major retailers is now shut down. Yellow stopped all operations yesterday and plans to file for bankruptcy. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. Yellow just avoided a strike earlier this month from its 22,000 workers, represented by the Teamsters union. Now, the company's customers included Walmart and Home Depot. Some of its customers paused shipments because of the risk of bankruptcy.
Eye on the transportation industry, you've likely heard about the recent turmoil surrounding Yellow Corp, one of America's largest less-than-truckload carriers. Today, we're delving deep into this heated situation and exploring the clash between Yellow Corp and the powerful international brotherhood of Teamsters. Throughout this video, we'll cover the key players involved, why Yellow Corp is suing Teamsters for $137 million.
As long as I've been reporting here at Freightways doing this show, they've had a lot of trouble. They used to be called YRC. There was a big bailout in 2020, and I remember the New York Times said it was perplexing, right? It said the Department of Defense offered few details to a congressional oversight committee about why a struggling trucking company, YRC Worldwide, was determined to be critical to national security, a designation that allowed it to receive $700 million stimulus loan. They had lost more than $100 million in 2019, the year before they got this loan. They switched their name to Yellow, and now they're telling Teamsters they're going to run out of money in August.
Paid companies, so we're paying like 27 bucks an hour, top scale. But our benefits are paid for, our insurance is paid for.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yellow Transportation and the Teamsters. Yellow is now trying to blame the Teamsters for triggering their collapse. Yellow has quit contributing to the pension fund of the drivers because they don't have any more money, and they're blaming the Teamsters for not dropping their wages and virtually lending the company money so they can put it in the pension plan. Yellow's argument makes absolutely no sense at all. No wonder they're going under.
He said, I got this from a Yellow driver this morning. Spoke to the office manager today, and she's been there almost 30 years, and she said this is the worst she has ever seen it and thinks this is the end. Customers are leaving in droves, and all the employees are cashing in their vacation or using them up. I just resigned today and cashed in my 3 weeks. No sense in losing out. I just got a report from a number of people over there. Management has been let go with 2 weeks of severance. But I think this one is even more impactful. This is a driver. We've shown several of his videos as long as we've been covering Yellow, and this is Don Wright 40. He posted this on TikTok this morning. He's been giving us a boots on the ground take on what it's like at Yellow, and here's what he had to say today.
Well, today might be the last day, but like I said yesterday, I'm going down with the ship. I'm gonna give you guys an update to the end. I want to film the chain going on that gate. The chain going on the door. I'm gonna film all that. Alright? Y'all have a good day. Peace.
God bless that guy. God bless that guy. Chris.
They just called me 10 minutes ago. Man, Yellow is officially done. The chains are on the doors. It is a wrap. Okay. They called me. They let me know. They said, hey man, look, we know you're on disability still, but we're just telling you to just not report back to work. The same letter that they've been putting out on YouTube, man. It has come true. Today is Sunday, the 30th of July, and they told me that if I don't come and get my stuff from this here place by August 1st, that all my stuff is completely going to be seized.
It was a good experience. I met some great people, learned a lot of things. Everybody's always been so helpful and kept it real 100.
You guys, it's true.
Look at this, like
Yellow.
Third largest less-than-truckload trucking company in the United States allegedly failed to swindle their way into another bailout, as neither the Teamsters or the government was having any of it. In 2022, Yellow Trucking yearly revenues surpassed $5 billion, leaving everyone with half a brain to wonder, where did it all go?
as we know their equipments are as old as time itself. It is also unknown how much equipment will go missing in them. Coming days, Yellow will be leaving 30,000 people jobless, 22,000 of which are union personnel. The alleged order was sent out to deliver all freight on trucks.
Right here! There's a motherfucker on the top! No, we gotta do this shit again! We gotta do this shit again! Nobody tell me how I get it. That's my fight. That's fine. You can do that. I'm a man over this motherfucker. Exactly. I've been 30-something motherfucking years. I agree too. 30-something fucking years. You tell me I ain't got no motherfucking pension. Nobody tell me to calm my ass down. Fuck everybody tell me to calm down. God damn it. This is my motherfucking money off man. Right. You're right. Fuck that shit. So this is what I'm saying. You tell me how the motherfucker feels. Fuck that shit, man. So this is what I'm saying. Fuck this shit. Anytime.
Actual Yellow driver here. As I gave you guys an update what was happening in the Gardena, California location, he's going to tell you what's happening in the Gardena, California location here.
Well, basically, my name is Ray. I've been here at the company for over about 20 years now, and it's just part of scare tactics that the company tries to use. They send all this, and then with Dawkins, a lot of the stuff that he's doing is, if you ask me, if they do some investigation, I believe they'll find out that he's actually been, the ones at the top have been embezzling money and stealing money from the company. That's what I believe is going to come out. Because if you look at a lot of the things that he's doing, he's trying to send out memos where he wants none of the terminals to pick up freight from the customer. So ask yourselves, okay, if the banks are willing to give us an extension and they're willing to work with us, why wouldn't the CEO of the company, why would he tell the customer, tell us, all the terminals, not to pick up freight? That's because he has a game plan of trying to pretty much, to me, it seems like trying to bankrupt the company, try to sabotage the company. But one thing about Sean O'Brien, our powerful union leader, he's not going to go for it, and they're going to find out. I guarantee you, you mark my word, you're going to find out there's been a lot of under the table, wrong-handed doings from the top.
A lot of you are going to lose your pensions or your 401k contributions. I'm going to show you a very quick way to have an idea whether your company is going to come to a point where they're not paying for your pension or matching your 401k contributions. If you didn't see this news, we've seen similar articles. The 99-year-old trucking company Yellow just laid off 30,000 employees and filed for bankruptcy. And what stood out to me was the union was fighting the Yellow company because they were not contributing to their pension plans or health care plans. And I know most of those union truck workers likely do not know this, so this video is to show you how to determine whether your company will potentially stop paying on pension or 401k contributions. This is going to feel a little complex, but trust me, it's not that hard. Anyone can do it. You're going to go to a website called tradingview.com. And when you get here, you're going to come over to indicators, and you're going to find what's known as accumulation distribution. I personally like the one by Everget. And we have the Yellow Corporation and the accumulation distribution indicator up. Okay, normal business. When you see this massive red down here, this is negative shares. These are insiders, these are executives, these are shareholders dumping. Yellow had over negative 300 million shares drop. Their stock price obviously plummeted too. Oh, and remember, if you catch word early that there's going to be layoffs with a company, it's extremely bullish for a company. Yellow up 88% today. Yes, I know it's effed up, but that's the way it works. The Yellow executives likely knew for months that Yellow was going to go into bankruptcy, so they've been exiting out of their shares utilizing retail as exit liquidity. All of those executives and those shareholders are taking a profit. It doesn't matter that the price is plummeted because they're given shares freely. And
now the Yellow Freight's out of business. What's next for me? Honestly, I'm leaving the trucking industry probably for good. It's just not the upper middle class living it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The wages just aren't there. The work-life balance is probably some of the worst you can experience in any industry, and a lot of the employment practices are horribly unethical. And after a decade of working 10, 11, 12-hour days and being trapped in a steel box, it's time for me to move on and choose an entirely new career path.